Okay, on to add and subtract integers. 6UW is the code for 8th grade IXL. Add -10 plus -2. So the way we add and subtract, and you'll get so good at this because we'll do a lot of drills. So you want to first start with getting rid of the double sign. So if it's a positive negative, it's going to be a negative. If it's a negative negative, it'll be a positive. So this is -10 minus 2. Okay. Then once you change the double sign, if they're the same sign, you add them. If they're different signs, subtract. So 10 plus 2 is 12. And then you always, if to pick the sign, if they're the same sign, it's going to be negative. But the rule is if you ignore the signs for a second, just look at the numbers. There's the number 10 and the number 2. 10 has the negative, so it would be negative. Okay, but again, if it's the same sign, it's just going to keep that sign. So your answer is -12. Okay, so we have a negative and negative, same sign, which means we add. It's going to be 3 plus 1 or 4. And since they're both negative, it's going to be -4. Okay, this is a positive because you have negative negative, which makes it positive. So if this is +4 and -3, those are different signs, which means you subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then since this is a positive, if we ignore the signs, we have a positive and negative. 4 is bigger than 3. And since 4 has the positive, it's going to be +1. Okay, 9 minus 8, well, that's 1, +1. 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, negative negative is positive. So it's 3 plus 6, which is 9. Okay, different signs means we subtract. 9 minus 9, which is just 0. Okay, this is going to be a -9. So you have a +6 and a -9, which means you subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. And since 9 has the negative and 9 is bigger than 6, it's going to be -3. Okay, different signs, we subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. And if we ignore the signs for a second, 10 is bigger than 8. And 10 has the negative, so it's going to be negative. The way we describe that in math is that which of these has the greater absolute value? 10 has the greater absolute value. -10 has a greater absolute value, so it's going to be -2. Okay. Different signs, subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 is bigger than 1, and that has the minus or the negative. Okay. Same signs, because this is a negative, right? Positive, negative. Same signs means we add. So 7 and 5 is 12. They're both negative, which means it's going to be negative. Okay. Let's skip up a level here. Let's go up to 90. Okay. Let's see how much more difficult they get. Okay. So now we're just looking at numbers that are larger. That's all. Um, I I really, really want to encourage you to stay away from the calculator while we're doing this. Since it's the same sign, you're going to add. So it's going to be 842 and 511. Just add them up, right? So 2 and 1 is 3, 4 and 1 is 5, 8 and 5 is 13. Now, since they're both negative, it's going to be negative, and your answer here is going to be -1353.